Hi, I'm Aaron Suttles, Director of Content for Yea Alabama, and we're back for another edition of Half Hour Huddle. We're going to be joined tonight by former freshman. I was practicing saying this. He's a rising sophomore, Alton Davis, the closer for the Alabama baseball team. He'll join us here in a few minutes. But as always, make sure you're following us on our social channels. That's where you get our latest updates, our content, some content that's for our online only. Hopefully, you've been following along. I don't need to remind you, but you know how close it is to Alabama football starting. And we've been dropping little nuggets on you for the last, I don't know, 35 days or so, and maybe a little less. But we got some more, so make sure you're following that. It also helps you keep up to date on what we got planned and coming up. Like last week, had an excellent response to our Holderness and Bourne polos that are now for sale. I know a lot of people have gobbled those up, so make sure you check out. There's, I believe, 7 different polos you can choose from. Make sure you're looking at that so you're stylish on that sweltering September 2nd afternoon in Bryant-Denny Stadium for the home opener against Middle Tennessee State. Also, Nick at Noon tickets just went on sale this week. Make sure, I know a couple of those dates are running a little low. Maybe have already sold out, so make sure you're getting that opportunity to visit with Coach Saban and a variety of different guests throughout the season. Nick at Noon tickets on sale now. It's my pleasure to bring in now a sophomore on the Alabama baseball team, Alton Davis. Alton, thanks for joining us, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Well, you had an interesting summer, right? Because you were at Team USA tryouts.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about that.
That was really it was really exciting to be able to be a freshman and then get that invite and everything. I was supposed to be playing summer ball in the Cape, but that got paused because Team USA and everything. So it was great being up there with the top tier kids in the SEC everywhere, Pac-12, like anybody you can name, just being up there and then just having the opportunity to go out there and try out and just get the chance to be out there with the collegiate team was amazing.
So when you're in an environment like that, obviously, are you measuring yourself against those guys? Obviously, you were thought of well enough to be among those almost as peers. So what did you learn about yourself and your game in that process?
When I was up there, I was like, and seeing this as the best of the best, I was like, wow, they really see me as like one of the best freshmen out there and everything. And it just gave me a little bit of confidence boost to being up there with the top tier guys and just being able to compete with them. Seeing myself as out there and competing with them and standing right there with them felt really good and everything. So it was just very intriguing to be out there and just seeing how everybody dominates at a different level and how people play the game sometimes completely different than you play it or how you think about it.
Now, I know you're looking forward to this upcoming season, and it's going to start with some fall exhibitions. You got Auburn and Florida State. I don't know if you've seen that. What's that like, a fall exhibition where you're actually playing some really good competition?
It's really exciting to see. To see how we're going to do and how we're going to uphold against some of the top tier teams. And then you're seeing how many people we can get out there to pack the Joe for the upcoming season and everything. Just seeing how the team is going to actually come together. We've been grinding every single day ever since everybody's getting back for the fall. We've been working out, throwing, hitters been hitting, and just seeing how each step we make every single day is going to make us 1% better every single day, and just going out there to compete against them and see how we can uphold against them.
Now, I know you're a student athlete at Alabama. It's all about what's in front of you and not looking behind on what you accomplished. But I would be remiss if we didn't rewind a little bit and talk about your freshman season. 25 appearances. You were actually tied for second in the SEC with 8 saves. When you first got to Alabama, did you envision that role for yourself? Did you exceed your expectations for your freshman season?
I exceeded them like way, way, way past it. I just wanted to get a couple innings. Like I wrote down some goals I had before the season even started and before like fall even had. I was like, I want to do this. I had 3 goals. And then just afterwards, they just kept going. I got my first save. And then JJ, and then he was like, hey, I'm gonna you try to keep dominating in the team. It just felt good being the closer, and the team would just be like, oh, it's 7th, 8th inning. They look down at the bullpen. They see me get warmed up, and then the crowd will get hyped once you start coming out. Give you a big old adrenaline rush. I did not think that was going to be my role coming into be a freshman. I thought I was going to be like a mid relief guy and everything, even in midweeks, not even on weekends. So it just felt good having that trust from my coaches and my teammates to come in and close the game.
So you know the Alabama baseball community, the fans, they're pretty loyal,
Yeah,
and it's a close knit group. And you certainly can't have not noticed the fact that you became a fan favorite. And
yeah.
it happened pretty early. What was that like?
It was crazy. Even like on some of the days that the best outcome wouldn't happen, the people would still be there to cheer you on or keep your head held high and everything. Is then even on the roads, we'll come out and we'll just go walk into our bus. You have people just being there, yelling your name, just on the autograph or on the picture, and just me being me and just having like I would be warming up in the bullpen and then people would be surrounding the bullpen and be like, oh, he's coming in the game, or his little kids be out there and then some older people would be out there and be like, oh, he's coming in the game, or hey, he's getting ready to pitch, or even sometimes I wouldn't even like be on the board and I would just be in the dugout and like I always go out and give my guys a high five when they run down the field or a handshake, and every time you're seeing the fans point at me and just yell my name, it just felt really good.
Yeah. Now, for those who don't know, your sister actually played softball. She was an outfielder, right?
Yes, she was. Outfielder and first base, yes.
Yeah. So I'm sure you've never been asked this before because our questions are so original. But have you guys? Has she stood in against you? Do you try to hit a softball? I mean, have you guys played against each other like that?
No, we haven't played against each other like that, but it gets really competitive. We always get questions like, "Who's the better athlete?" or like, "Who's like this and that." And like now she's handed down the throne to me. She's like, "Hey, you're a better athlete. You've done a lot more than I have as a freshman and everything." So I'll take the throne in the family as like one of the best athletes coming out. So.
All right, well, let's get to it. We've got some fan questions that want to interact with you. Like I said, you're a fan favorite. Pete wants to know, what was the main reason you chose to return to Alabama?
The atmosphere and just the family, the coaching staff, everything about Alabama felt like home to me. But when I came on my first visit, it felt like home and everything. So returning here just felt really good. It wasn't about anything else. It was just about me just having the opportunities I had last year and getting more this year coming up for the upcoming season. Seeing the guys that we had coming through and seeing like what Coach Vaughn was going to do and how he was ahead of the game in the recruiting process and everything. It felt really good. And I was like, hey, I'm coming back. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is my home for the rest of my hopefully 3 years until I get drafted.
That's music to Alabama fans' ears. Now, you're just down the road, just down the interstate from Hueytown High School, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I know Hueytown, but Jameis Winston, Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, played there. He was a baseball player, went to Florida State, was a reliever there. Rodale Williams is a running back at Alabama. You guys got a little Hueytown pipeline coming here.
Yeah, it's the funny thing is Rodale. So it was me, my sister, and then Rodale Williams. We all lived on the exact same street, 4 houses down. So you had 3 Alabama athletes that literally lived on the same street, went to the same elementary, middle school, high school, right down the road. And then seeing Jameis played with my cousins that also lived down the road from me and everything. And then I got close with Jameis because of them and his dad and his little brother and everything. So that was just really crazy to see. We got so many athletes coming from just one town going to the same school, and then it's going to be great entrepreneurs or great pro athletes.
Yeah, something in the water there.
Yeah.
Let's grab another question here from William. What is your favorite memory or moment from your freshman season?
Oh, that's a good question. I think my favorite moment was probably my first ever SEC save. It was against Auburn. I can't remember who was on first base, but Ike Owers was in the box. The jail was packed out. I got the double play with Ed, Jim, and Drew. And it's coming out there and just feeling this atmosphere, the adrenaline. I was like nervous, but I wasn't also nervous. I'm like, I've done this before with other teams. So it's just like, hey, just keep doing the same thing. And then I get out there and get in the huddle, and Jay's just like, hey, you got it. Just do what you do and everything. So I get to do it out and then get the double play to end the game, and then just seeing the crowd go hype and then my team go crazy. It felt amazing. That was probably one of my favorite moments of being favorite moment from being a freshman. Yeah.
That's a pretty good one. And against the rival Auburn.
Yeah.
All right, let's grab another question here. This one coming in from Stephanie. What are your impressions of Coach Vaughn so far?
Oh, man, he is the man. He So he leaves me speeches like every single day. He does so much stuff for the team. He's brought in so many guys, so many like coach, like new coach, everything. It's just dominant. He kept JJ. JJ is one of the key factors for me and like the success I had. And then he brought in more. He brought in more hitters that were really good. Some from Maryland, some from other schools, and others like some from even SEC schools. And just seeing what Coach Bond is like doing right now, I just can't wait to see like what we have in store for the fall and even for the season.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Coach Vaughn, the new hire, came from Maryland. He was just D1 Baseball, which is the publication that covers college baseball, just named him the #1 hire of this offseason. So a lot of people thrilled with that. But you mentioned JJ and the job he did with this team late in the season, how you guys got on a roll. I know some people wanted him to get the job, but the fact that Alabama kept him and Coach Vaughn kept him, you said, was that instrumental in your decision, and how's that played out with the team?
Yeah, that was one of the biggest decisions. JJ was like another, like he was a mentor for me, on and off the field. On the field, he would help me. He helped develop everything I did because like when I first came in, all I had was just a fastball. I really didn't have any off speeds, but him being there, I guess working with you one-on-one every single day, helping you develop, and then for you, he had putting muscle mass on me. It all correlates with like the staff and everything. I wouldn't be where I am right now and wouldn't have the freshman season if it wasn't for most of the staff that was helping me out throughout the way.
Now, I don't know if everyone knows this about you, but you're listed at 6'5". Now, you're not a basketball player, but
No.
can you hoop a little bit at 6'5"?
I'll hoop a little bit. Just a little bit on some off days.
All right, let's grab another question here. This one coming from Steve. Several key players from last year's team transferred. It's just a reality in collegiate sports nowadays.
Yep.
They've transferred within the SEC. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I feel fine. We've had a lot of guys. That's how it is. It's the transfer portal. It is. They hop in. They can go. I hope all these guys that left, that should have went to other SEC schools, they go out and dominate just like they did here. They were really good here. Some of them are going to be Friday night guys. Some of them are going to be closers. Some of them are going to be probably still some of the top hitters in the SEC. I don't feel any type of bad way about it. I love these guys just like my brothers, and we still are brothers. You know, if one want to call me and talk for 5-10 minutes, they can call me and talk to me for 5-10 minutes. I hope we play them, and it'll be a dog fight between all of us, and just see who can come out on the best end of the stick. But it's other than that, I feel fine about it. We've had a lot of guys come back in. We had a lot of returners come back in. They're also really key factors. Bonds brought in a lot of good players and everything. So it's just going to be the SEC is going to be a dog fight this year. It's a lot of good players, a lot of new freshmen that are going to come in and be key factors. And then you got some older guys that are going to be key factors in the SEC. So it's just going to be a dog fight. It's going to see. And then we had, I think, 2 new teams join the SEC, if I'm not mistaken. But that's it. It's just going to be fun. The season's going to be really fun this year.
Yeah, there are no off days in the SEC.
No, none.
So, Alton, tell me a little bit. You made some headlines. Tell me a little bit about the Jackie Robinson cleats.
Oh, the Jackie Robinson cleats. Okay, so I'm a real big Jackie Robinson fan. Just seeing how he paved the way for people that look like me and everything, and how he played the game and everything. And I would give my teammate actually some credit, Mason Sweeney. I'm in the training room, just sitting, getting my arm worked out on, getting cupping, and Sweeney comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, have you seen the cleats that you just dropped?" I was like, "What cleats?" And he knows I played with him in summer ball. He's like, "Hey, I know you're a Jackie Robinson fan," so he showed me the cleats, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I gotta get him. I gotta get him." And then I got him. I wore him on Jackie Robinson Day. Came in, got the shutout and everything. Felt really good. But the cleats are just amazing. Just feel amazing. Like just to be able to wear them and wear his number, and like number of people like, "Oh, do you wear like 42 for Jackie Robinson?" I wear it for Jackie Robinson and both for my grandfathers also and everything. So yes, having all 3 of them and then Jackie on my cleats just feels like I have the most confidence and just go out there and just command.
Man, what a story. Thanks for sharing that with us. Let's get to another question here. This one from Paul. What are your personal and team goals this year?
My personal goal this year is just to actually just have a even better year than I did last year. Come out and command. I think we're gonna see if hopefully I can start this year and everything. But if I if I don't like it starting, I'll go back to being the closer that I was. But just other than that, just go out there and keep dominating against teams and everything because it's going to be a dogfight, like I said earlier. But I think some of the team's goals this year is just make it farther than we did last year. We got a bad taste in our mouth from our last season and how it ended, and we made it really far. That was a good team that we had last year. We have also another really good team this year. I guess hopefully make that road to Omaha. We were close, but I feel like we're going to make it this year.
You know, what a season you guys had. Didn't end the way that you wanted it to,
Yeah.
but the first home regional since 2006, the super regional appearance since 2010. This team was really easy to root for, and it seemed like, and there was the unfortunate incident with losing your coach there, but it seemed like the team rallied around itself, and this community really kind of wrapped its arms around it as well and supported it.
Yeah, when all that happened and adversity happened, it felt really good because we all came in the locker room right after everything happened. It was like, hey, we got to do this for each other, and everything. And then JJ stepped up and did a tremendous job. And like we were all so used to just facing adversity throughout the season, and but other than that, it was just really good. We came together and we just played for each other. He was like, hey, if you fight, I'll fight. And if I fight, you got to fight right beside me. I'm going to go out here and give it my all. I'm going to leave my blood, sweat, and tears on the field. And everything. And I think one thing that really impressed a lot of us was when Tommy Seiler got hurt in the SEC tournament. This man was rehabbing 24/7. Then he's going out there, base hits, gets the hit against Troy in the regional and everything. And seeing him fight through that injury just made it just like, if he can go out there and fight through that big of an injury and stuff like that, that just makes me want to go out there and command his, pound his, dominate every single time. And after everything happened, we were like, hey, it happens. It's the world we live in. We just got to go out there and command and just fight.
And that's why this team was so easy to root for, because you had that fight in you. Let's grab another question here coming from Josh. So you're out in the bullpen sometimes, and you guys have a special relationship with those right field ragers. You guys, after wins, you go out there and celebrate with them. But what's the funniest thing you've ever heard from any of the right field ragers?
Oh man, we be going so fast. we've heard some funny stuff. I think it was like a lady out there with her kid or something. And we were running by, and she was like, hey, can you take my kid to the dugout? I think that's one of the funniest and craziest things I've heard for now. I know probably some older guys have some better stuff, right, but that's one of the funniest ones I've heard and everything. Or do you want a chicken nugget? I know they have food out there sometimes. I'm good, appreciate it though. But those the two main funniest things I've heard from the right field ragers. And the right field ragers we absolutely love. They keep the game going.
They're hard baseball fans.
Yes, seeing them, the right field ragers in the regionals after the delays, the rain delays, everything, and they're still showing up. Ponchos, rain jackets, sitting in them seats, standing up when it was getting hectic and everything. It gives your team more of a boost. You be like, hey, these people are out here rooting for us, and it's pouring down rain, they haven't left, so we got to go out here and give them a show. So let's do it. That's
awesome, and that's your key if you're watching to get out to the Joe and watch some baseball, because it's a great stadium and it's a good product. Let's get another question here from Mike. What's your favorite pitch? Now you said you just came in with a fastball, but is it still fastball, or have you developed a new favorite pitch? My
favorite pitch is probably my slider. My slider is one of my dominant pitches I've had the most success with, and I can thank JJ and Case and our analytics guy. They helped me develop that really well, and it helped me succeed a lot more than I did with that. So I would say my slider is my best pitch. It had a great swing and whiff ratio. So just seeing what I can do in the upcoming season and try to make it a little bit better than it is, because it's really good. But if I don't need to make it better, I'm just going to let it keep doing what it's doing.
Now, hitters always have problems with that pitch. For those who've never played baseball, can you sort of walk us through why that pitch is so hard to hit?
It's so hard to hit because me, so when you're throwing 95 plus, it's like it takes I think 800 milliseconds to get to from out of my hand to the plate. It takes 100 to 200 milliseconds for the batter to recognize the ball out of my hand, and then it takes another like 100 to recognize like brain just like, hey, we're swinging at this pitch, and then another 100 to recognize like what kind of pitch it is, and then it's like leaves like a 200 millisecond like window of like, hey, we're going for it, like for you to like even like blink or think and everything. The crazy thing is it takes like 600 milliseconds to blink. So if you blink during it at bat while I'm getting ready to throw it, it's like probably like a advantage for me. So and everything. But it's like really hard to pitch because you got show like some of these guys in the big leagues like Shohei that have like a 6-pitch arsenal that's like 100, like 95 to 100 plus. It's just crazy. It's seeing half of these like it's really hard to hit. I would say it's really hard to pitch too because you got some of the best hitters in there, like Cruz, Tommy White, Jack Caglione, some of these Charlie Condell, like all of these guys are just top tier. Everything. And when I was watching the World Series and I saw that like Dylan Cruz reached like 71 out of 73 games, and I was like, that is like that is insane. That like everybody wonders why he was the best hitter in the SEC and the SEC Player of the Year and won Golden Spikes. But being a hitter is like it's really hard because you can have one guy come in that's throwing like 90, 95, and then you can that has good stuff, and then you can have a dude that comes in from submarine that's like 90, 88 to 90, they can have wicked stuff. So it's just really weird because you got to adjust every time. So it's really hard being a hitter in the SEC.
That's a good answer. And it was a lot of math. And I just want to let you know that I went into journalism because I wasn't very good at math. So I'll take your word for it that it's so hard to hit. Let's get another question in here from Mary. What does a day in the off season look like for you?
So are we talking about like in the summer or are we talking about like,
let's do both, like in the summer and then when you transition and you're back in school in the fall?
In the summer, like this summer when I got back from Team USA, I had a cool down period. I wasn't supposed to throw and everything, let my body rest because doing all that baseball for continuous drained me. But it was just I would wake up, go hang out with one of my closest friends back home. We'll go fishing. We just go get some food and just talk and then everything. And I'll go work out because I continue to work out. It don't matter. But work out, I'll fish. I'll go to my farm sometimes, just see how it is, check on the farm. Let's see what else. I play the game. I play Fortnite and stuff. MLB The Show. A lot of like relaxing things. Probably go to bed. I don't see how people sometimes just stay up early, like stay up to like 2 a.m. Nah, man, I gotta go to bed. My body tells me to shut down. I'll go lay down and go to bed. But if we're transitioning into like the fall, like we are now, it's probably depending on what time Price wants us to work out. Pitchers get there earlier so they can throw. Go work out. Then I'll go back, cook or eat something. Just keep trying to put on weight. And then I'll come back home, I'll turn on a movie, or I'll just like what I was doing before I got here was I was building Legos. I like to build Legos for like a Lego wall I'm about to start. So it's just like keeping your mind relaxed and everything and don't like be stressing and trying to bounce off a wall. It's taking a deep breath and just relaxing and just doing stuff that just keeps your mind off of everything.
We got a live comment. Rich wants to know, what's your major? What are you studying?
My major is general business. General business. I want to be able to start my own construction or trucking company when I get older. So yeah.
Well, I noticed in one of your earlier answers, you said something about being an entrepreneur. So you kind of have that spirit. You want to build something, whether it's a building or you want to build a business.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that something that you've always been interested in, or?
Ever since I was a little kid, and so. If you've ever been driving down the interstate or you've seen like an 18-wheeler that's broke down and you see the tow rigs, the big tow rigs that come down, they're like 10-wheel tow rigs and everything. That's what like one of my main business. I want that to happen. And I want that and a trucking company and everything. Like I want to be able to start a trucking company where like I can have my dad help me with it because my dad is really like I love my dad. He knows everything. anything about cars, all the way up to trucks. He knows all about and everything. So like I want to be able to start my own trucking company and let him help me run it and have people like start with one and they just keep going bigger until I'm like, hey, I got somebody working under me that's like a vice president. I'm the CEO. It's like that. So yeah.
All right, so I got to ask you. Someone told me that you're really into some sour candies. So I got it. When you're in the dugout, are you eating candy? Or are you doing sunflower seeds? What are we doing?
So Tommy Saito, he started with the gummy bears. I'm like, dude, we just gotta get some more candy. We just can't have gummy bears. Then one day I bought a big bag of Sour Patch Kids strawberries, and then I would eat those like every day, every between the innings, during the inning, and everything. And then Jenny, like one of our head people, and Jess, they start bringing these biggest bags of like candy. It would be Sour Patch, Nerd Clusters, everything. And I would just steal them. Like when I would go to the bullpen, I would steal like a whole 2 bags or something. I would run down to the bullpen with them, like try to hide them, because I would be down there just snacking until like already. But like I would eat sunflower seeds, but I'm more of a candy fanatic when I'm just in there. I don't know. It's just weird. I just love eating candy before like I go pitch or something.
There you go. So if we have a candy company out there watching, let's do an NIL deal for Alton for.
Yeah.
So let's grab another question here. This is coming from Jeff. This is a good one. What's the best baseball movie?
The best? I'm gonna get hate for this. I would say I like $1 Million Arm or Benchwarmers. Benchwarmers. You can't go wrong with Benchwarmers. Benchwarmers is one of the funniest baseball movies I've ever seen. Benchwarmers is really good. If any of y'all have not seen Benchwarmers, please go out there and watch it. It's one of the best. It's one of the funniest baseball movies ever.
You know, I've always thought in terms of sports movies that for some reason, maybe it's the pace of the game, but baseball movies are always better than any other sports movie.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. That is actually true. I like Sandlot a lot too. Sandlot's
that's a classic. That's a great
classic.
one.
Yeah.
You're killing me, Smalls. All right, well, let's grab one more question here. This one wants to know, we know you like candy. Do you like ice cream? And if so, what's your favorite flavor?
I do like ice cream. My favorite flavor is probably cookies and cream. I usually go for straight vanilla, but sometimes I'm like, hey, I'm feeling like a little different. I get some cookies and cream. It's between vanilla and cookies and cream.
Love it. Now, we appreciate you joining us, and if you join us again later on, I don't know if you guys have retired it, but you got to bring the disco helmet in.
I got you.
He is Alton Davis, and we are thrilled he's back for another season with the University of Alabama baseball team after a summer with USA baseball tryouts, and he's just had a tremendous freshman year. Again, tied for second in the SEC with 8 saves as a true freshman. Alton, thanks so much for joining us. We're going to be rooting you on.
Thank you. Yeah, have a good one.
Man, what a pleasure. Another outstanding edition of Half Hour Huddle. As school starts next week, student athletes will be buzzing all over the University of Alabama campus. And so I believe women's soccer is going on tonight. We got a exhibition volleyball match coming up on Friday, and on September 2nd, as we all know, the football team will take Bryant-Denny Stadium against Middle Tennessee State. Again, make sure you're always checking our social channels. That's where you're going to get all the latest content that we're doing. Some of it's funny, some of it's informational, including the Nick at Noon. You should have received some information about that. Those tickets have gone on sale this week. Last week, our Holderness and Bourne polos went on sale, and you can find that in our merch store. As always, we appreciate you joining us for Half Hour Huddle. Until next week, I am Aaron Suttles.